I believe what I'm about to share with you will put more dollars in your pocket than anything else. If you're just getting started in your small business or your first year or so. And I've been stewing on this for a couple days now, actually. Do you take yourself seriously? This is it. I really believe that this is the fastest. There's something called, what is your fastest path to cash? And I know it's really shallow to just talk about money primarily, but a lot of the reasons before we start moving into our deepest life's purpose, it really, in the beginning stages, it comes down to, I got to get money to pay my bills, to reinvest in my company, to feed my family. Very, very important. But how serious do you take yourself? See, when you grow up as a kid, as a boy, then a kid, and a teenager, and a young man, you notice that the older people, or maybe if you're a man watching this, the older men, you could be frustrated because you feel like people don't take you seriously because you're just a kid, right? There's a part of the psychology that when you grow up, the parts of you that get stuck, you know, I'm into this psychology stuff all the time, but that gets stuck in earlier stages. There could be a 14-year-old boy inside of you, and then part of you is stuck at 21 or whatever, how old you are. That's just, it didn't break through yet, you know. And you could begin to notice that when you look around at other people, you could see, although they might be fully grown up, there's still parts that are stuck. So enough on that. When's the first time that somebody took you 100% seriously? Oops. Okay. When is the first time that somebody took you serious? Or your idea serious? Can you think of that person or that mentor? I know who mine was. And I look back, I want to find this person's number and call them up and thank them. And be like, man, you were the first person who took me serious. And I didn't even know how to handle it. See, when somebody pays you that respect to take you serious, you actually grow up and you hold them in high regards, and you feel self-acceptance. You feel like, wow, you actually are somebody. Your ideas do have merit. You can marry those ideas to action and to plans and make them happen in your life. So, at what point do you start to take yourself seriously? When you walk up onto a property to give a customer a quote, when you shake somebody's hand and you look them in the eyes, when you're in, whether it be a social environment or a sales environment, the element and the amount that you take yourself serious is the amount that somebody else is going to take you serious. Because the quality of your communication is the quality of your response. The quality of your communication is the quality of your response. If you want to know how good you're doing or how serious you take yourself, pay attention to how serious people take you. So the more serious you take yourself is the more your back starts to straighten up, the more you conduct yourself in that manner, or you know how to develop discernment and distinction of when it's right to act certain ways in certain times. But most importantly, given to in a small business, if you show up on a property and you don't take yourself seriously, and you walk a property with somebody, not that they're better than you or anything. Let's say you're walking a property with somebody who owns a $500,000 house, and you're giving them a quote to do service on their property. If your back is hunched over and you don't have confidence because you didn't pull up in the nicest of vehicle, or maybe you don't have $1 million company and you're not super experienced in this thing, you might lack confidence a little bit. Well, if they sense that, then their level of confidence in you will match that. If you don't have any confidence, they're not going to have that confidence in you, and you might not get the job. You might not be able to, name top dollar. This goes on with your family members, with your spouse, with your friends, with your employees, with your coworkers. If you don't take yourself serious, and I remember Casey Comden in Amway spoke about this on a tape years ago. He said the reason people act like a fool is because in their heart they feel like a fool. And they can't help it, so they act it out, right? And not to say that I don't act like a total fool sometimes in my videos, and I act like just a maniac and a fool, And So when you're in an environment, a situation, if you take yourself completely serious, and you're serious about what you're doing, it'll translate through your sub-communication, right? The study of neurolinguistics says 90%, human communication, 90% of all communication is non-verbal. It's beyond what you say. It's your eye contact, it's your tone of voice, it's your patterns and your body language, the way there's these mirror neurons are mirroring in someone's brain. So I could have made this whole video in like 60 seconds, and now we're going on 6 minutes, but I really like to kind of unpack the information and hit it from different angles. So I hope that helped out. And I want to say thank you so much for watching my videos. I know that behind this camera right now, I'm looking into your eyes and I'm speaking to a real person. And I want to acknowledge you and I want to thank you and say that I respect you and I thank you so much for your time. And I thank you for allowing me to speak on this platform to the amount of people that I get to communicate with. It means a lot to me, because if it wasn't for you, and if it wasn't for you pressing the subscribe button or finding this video and listening to me or sharing it, then I wouldn't have a platform. So that means a lot to me. So thank you so much, and have a great day.